What's up, dudes? Welcome back to the channel. Today is day 6, I think. Day 5 or day 6? Shit, I don't know. I think it's 6, yeah. Today is day 6, and we're coming back. We're bringing back the busted ass iPhone front cam vlog. Shout out to that. If you're a OG subscriber, I hope you don't remember this, because God, this is like the worst vlogs. Ha! We are headed to work right now. We are in, of course, the 2017 Mustang GT. I haven't really done much content on the car. I always wanted to do like a review, but I just never really got around to it. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about the car today. Obviously it's 2017 Mustang, Ford Mustang GT. Black on black. It's got the performance package, so it's got the, you know, the 19s, the spoked out 19s, black, black interior. It is a premium. It's got performance package and premium package, so that means it has the big screen here with Sync 3, and it's got CarPlay, heated and cooled leather seats. It is a 6-speed manual. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the manual trans shifting. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. It's a pretty loaded up car. The only thing I'm missing is like the 402A package, I think, which is like, that gives you blind spot monitoring, and it gives you, what else? Adaptive cruise. I don't have adaptive cruise in this one. And then like a soft touch material on the doors. I don't have that, but you know, whatever. It's not bad. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this car, honestly. I haven't had any issues at all. The only issue I had to take it back. I had to take it to the dealership, was my handbrake. On my handbrake, they had to like retighten the cable, I guess, because you would like barely pull it up and it would like engage the parking brake. Not even that, like you wouldn't even pull it up, it would kind of just come up on its own and engage itself. So that was really kind of awkward. But you know, other than that, you know, I took it in for the dealer. It was a, you know, 5-minute fix. And, you know, they didn't charge me anything for it, so that wasn't a problem. It worked out pretty well. But yeah, like I said, other than that, it's also, it's kind of funny, right? Because like the Camaro, like this gen Camaro, I think it's 6th gen, I guess. They have electronic parking brakes. So you just, you know, flip a little switch to engage your parking brake. So it's like the Mustang, they still have the handbrake, and I'm pretty sure they have it on the 18s as well. The car is bone stock still, no modifications at all. I've shopped tons of different exhausts and everything. You know, I don't know. I wish the car was a bit louder, you know, but like with the aftermarket exhaust, I feel like it'll just be too loud. And one thing I'm worried about is like not always, but sometimes I have to wake up early in the morning for work, right? So it's like, I don't want to put a big exhaust on there, loud ass exhaust, and my neighbors be like, this motherfucker's, you know, all 5:08, 4:45 in the morning, you know, starting his car up. You know, I'm worried about that. And another thing is like big drone, you know, on the like on the highway at cruising speeds, whatever. I really don't want an exhaust where you're cruising 60, 70 miles an hour and it's just louder than shit, you know. I really don't want that. So I'm like, So I've really just held off for a long time. I could have bought an exhaust, you know, fucking 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, I could have bought it the day I got it, you know. But I just haven't done it. So I don't know. I don't think honestly, if I haven't done it by now, I probably won't ever do it. Overall, the car, it's pretty, you know, pretty well put together, I would say. It's a lot of fun to drive, definitely. I drove the EcoBoost Mustang, and I drove the automatic version of this car. And honestly, like, when I drove the EcoBoost was good. It did have like the fake noise and shit, but it kind of moved. You know, it had some punch in it. You know, it wasn't real. It wasn't like as slow as I thought it would be. I don't know. But then this, I mean, because I drove the EcoBoost first. As soon as I heard the GT start up, I knew. I was like, yeah. And the automatic was good. At the time, they didn't have the 10-speed. It was just a 6-speed auto. And, you know, it was fine. You're just sitting there kind of hanging out, cruising. And coming from my Honda SI, my Civic SI, I was already driving manual at the time, right? And I was like, well, I kind of went into it thinking I'm going to want another manual. And, you know, I probably would buy an automatic, but just like at the time, I was just like, yeah, I really want another manual, so I'm just gonna go with that. And you know, manual is just like a little bit cheaper as well, which, you know, it's whatever. As for plans for the car, no real plans as of yet, or as of today. Of course, it would be fun to like supercharge the car, turbo the car, or, you know, convert it to E85 and put a fucking big intake, Cobra Jet intake in there, big throttle bodies, all that shit. But I don't know, the car is good as it stands, you know. It's, you know, it goes, you know, it revs out, it runs, it's got a lot of power. And with the performance pack, you get Brembo brakes up in the front, and I mean, this thing stops, you know, it stops pretty well. So yeah, I don't have any complaints. I do daily drive this car. I don't take it to the track. I don't autocross it. I'm not running a quarter. I never launched this car. Being a manual, you know, you don't want to fuck up the clutch. You don't want to burn out the clutch of launching it. Like that pull right there, like I did, that's pretty much auto. That was a third gear, like 2500 all the way out to red line, 6500 RPM. So that's really all I ever do. It just pulls like that. And then, you know, like I said, other than that, it's a daily driver. I drive this car to work every day. Oh, one thing I do have is I do have my windows tinted. You can't really tell that much because it is like the legal limit in Virginia, which is 35 on the back and I think 50 on the front. So it's not really that dark. It's not dark at all, honestly. And I mean, you can see here, it's like, well, it's pretty overexposed there, but it did help a little bit, like when I first got it. Also, I do have a sub in the back. I have my stock radio, you know, I just have a line out converter in the back from the speakers. And it's just a, you know, it's a 10-inch JL Audio W6 with a 600 watt JL Audio amp. It's pushing, the amp is pushing out 600 to the sub. It sounds really good. I got it installed at a local shop over here called Safe and Sound in Chantilly, and they did the work on my Civic. They did it on this car. They do great, you know, they do great shit. And pretty decent prices, I would say, like pretty fair pricing. I actually want to go back over there because I want to get my my door speakers done, or like, you know, all the surrounds. I think this car has 2 speakers in the front here, and then it has 2 speakers in the deck, and then I think there's like 2 tweeters up here. I think it's a six speaker layout. So I want to I'm thinking about getting another amp and having them redo all my door speakers, probably with all JL, so I can have all JL audio all the way around. I gotta go. I'm gonna go sometime soon and get a quote on that. But yeah, all in all, really happy with the car. Like I was saying, I get a ton of compliments on it. Like it gets a lot of looks, especially when it's clean. It's hard to keep this car clean being all black. Especially the wheels. The wheels really attract a lot of brake dust. You know, from those Brembos, they do put off a lot of you know, brake dust, which I really hate cleaning. These 19s, these spoke wheels, like, they're really a pain in the ass to clean. Because usually when I wash this car, I pretty much always wash it by hand. I think I've only taken it to the car wash like once. So yeah, I usually always wash it by hand. And like it's seriously, it takes like 15 minutes a wheel, maybe 20 minutes a wheel to clean each wheel. It's pretty annoying. But like I said, other than that, no real complaints. The car feels good to drive. The clutch pedal is a little bit heavy. Well, coming from a Civic Si, it's heavier. It does have like a kind of an odd engagement. It's a little bit like springy, I would say, the clutch pedal itself. But you know, that's, what can you do? That's all right. The shifter feels pretty good. It's actually really notchy. Like when you drop it to a gear, or like you go third to fourth, whatever, you really feel it, like I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's like you can feel it through the whole fucking car. Which I don't know, I kind of like that, actually. It like feels like that engagement is like really transferring or something. I don't know, it's hard to explain. You know, I'm not against it. This video's getting kind of long, kind of just rambling on. Like I said, shitty PM schedule, you know. So it's just gonna be a long talking session. All in all, I love this car. It's a great car. I get a lot of compliments. People love the black on black. Say it looks mean all the time. That's pretty much all I got to say. Thanks for watching. Happy Vlogmas. Peace out. Take it easy.
Nothing ever changes here.